Hello, everyone. How are you today? I'm coming back to you with another currently inked for the month. So, last time we inked up 6 pens at the beginning of the month, and I have written most of those dry. Some of them still have a little bit of ink in them, which I'm still using. But just like only inking up the 6 pens actually enabled me to focus on how they write. Some of them were new pens to me, well, half of them were new pens actually. So it enabled me to sort of do a bit of a hyper focus on those pens, work out how they write, what papers they suited, whether they were wet writers, dry writers, what inks might suit them. So that was, I really enjoyed that process. Now I'm inking up another 7 pens, and I'm starting to get into those Christmas toned inks because I have Christmas mail to write, and I really need to send that out by, the first week of December. So it made sense to bring in the Christmas inks, write those letters and cards, and yeah, so that's where we're at. Um, I've got 7 pens instead of 6 this time. So let's see what we've got here. The first one we have here is the Leonardo Momento Zero Grande 2.0 Planetary Nebula. This is a beautiful pen. Mine has a medium nib on it. It's just a really, really smooth writer. Like for a steel nib, it has a very, very nice nib. And as you can see, we're still doing the dinosaur bottles, ink bottles, and colouring in very roughly. So, Leonardo, and it's the Momento Zero Grande 2.0. I should have actually put that up there. And it's Planetary Nebula. Such a smooth rider. It has a medium nib, and it is inked with Robert Oster Peppermint. I love this ink, but I only tend to use it at Christmas time. So it's nice to pull it out. Let's see if we can fit in Robert Oster here. Maybe just. Yep, there we go. So that's the first pen we have. Now the next pen is one I haven't used in quite a while. This is the Sailor Pro Gear Slim, and it is in the resin Blue Green Nebula. It was a limited edition quite a few years ago. And this is actually, I inked it up with an ink sample from pen friend Darla. So, Sailor Pro Gear Slim. It is in the Blue Green Nebula. Such a smooth rider. It has a 14 carat medium nib, and it is inked with 3 oysters caramel macchiato, which is such a lovely ink. I've actually tried finding a bottle of this ink, but every time I go to buy it, it's out of stock. or sold out. So let's put 3 oysters in here. It's a really lovely coloured ink as well. Really enjoying that. The next one we have here is oh, sorry, I forgot to go back to the first video I did for the month. Remember I said I was going to do 2 higher end pens, 2 maker pens, and 2 more reasonably priced pens like budget pens. Well, I've got 3 of those for this week. But so this is my first maker pen for this month, or actually this, oh gosh, I'm just so tongue tied and tired. It's not funny. Sorry, everyone. So this is a Just Turnings Unicorn Blood pen. It's super sparkly, beautiful to write with. I do have a shimmer ink in it. This is an ink sample that was sent to me for my birthday from pen friend Tanya in New Zealand. Um, and it's just the most gorgeous shimmer ink. So Just Turnings Unicorn Blood. Just love the name of this one, Unicorn Blood. I've got a medium Yowo nib on it. So I'll just put that in here. Medium Yowo. And it is inked with Warringal, a star, spattered hill. So it's a beautiful bright yellow colour, almost like Ferris wheel press buttered popcorn, but with a lot of shimmer through it. And it's really, really pretty. It hasn't been clogging in this pen either, which is nice. There we go. So that's the next one we have. Now this pen here, this was my first ever maker pen I ever bought. Well, actually, my husband gave it to me for Christmas many, many years ago. Now this is from River City Pen Company. At the time, the resin didn't seem to have a name, so I decided to name it Enchanted Forest because that's what it reminds me of. Now this ink is a Diamine Inkvent ink from, I think it might have been one of the first ones from the Inkvent calendar many, many years ago. And it is a high sheening ink. So I'll just put Diamine in here. So this is the River City Pen Co. Enchanted Forest. It has a medium nib on it and is inked with Diamine Holly. So this is a really deep green ink with a beautiful red sheen. Very enjoyable to write with. Now the next one we have, this you might notice this is a new pen in my lineup. This is a new Twsbi Eco and Onyx. I have a shimmer ink in this one. It's a beautiful colour. You know, I have been going on and banging on about it all year. I'd love to see Twsbi bring out like a deep Bordeaux burgundy coloured pen. And finally they have. I think it would have been, I mean, I don't mind the onyx trim on it, but I really do think it would have looked much nicer with either the bronze or the rose gold trim. I would have loved to have seen that, maybe they'll bring that out in the future. But yeah, so I'm just super pleased that they've actually brought that out. Yeah. So this has got a shimmer ink in it as well. This is another Diamine Inkvent ink from a couple of years ago. So this is the Twsbi Eco in plum and onyx. It has a fine nib on it. So usually I get my Twsbies with medium nibs, but I've noticed with the black nibs, they tend to write a little bit wider. They're a little bit juicier, so I thought I'd go for a fine with this one. It is inked with Diamine Bar Humbug, which is a deep burgundy coloured ink with shimmer through it. So that's the next one we have. And I thought, you know what, let's bring in another Twsbi because I love my Twsbies and they handle shimmer ink so well. So I've brought in the Twsbi Eco in Matcha Green. Just trying to get that shimmer moving gently. This is a really, really pretty ink, this one. Took this one with me to the Southeast Queensland Journal Keepers meetup last weekend, and Louise actually was using this to journal with, and she fell in love with the ink. So this is Diamine as well. So Twsbi Eco. This is the Matcha Green. Now in Australia, these Twsbi Ecos with just like the standard silver hardware, they retail for about $60, just under $60. Whereas the ones with the onyx or the bronze or rose gold trim tend to retail for just over 100 Australian dollars. So inked with Diamine Sugar Snap. It's such a pretty green. So it's actually a light green with a silver shimmer through it. Very beautiful. Now, I love my Kaweco Sports. They're one of my favorite pocket pens to use that are in that sort of lower price range. This one is in the apricot pearl. And I've got another Diamine ink in this one. Diamine's featuring quite well this month for my pens. So another Diamine ink. So this is the Kaweco Sport in apricot pearl. It has a medium nib and is inked with Diamine Wild Strawberry, which is a beautiful, almost like an orange red. It's not pink leaning, it's more yellow or orange leaning, but it's such a beautiful, bright, vibrant red ink. So they're the 7 pens that I'm going to be using for the rest of the month. I may end up inking more, I'm not sure. We'll just see how we go. But at this stage, I'm quite happy with these pens. At the moment, I still have a bit of ink left in this one, which I've really been enjoying, and really enjoying the needlepoint nib, which I'm not usually much of an extra fine or a fine girl, but really enjoying that needlepoint nib, and it works wonderfully in my traveler's notebook for that smaller sort of writing that I need to do. And I also have grid journals, so it like having a smaller size nib, sorry, a finer nib for those grid layouts is quite important because then you can sort of adjust your writing to fit. This one's got a little bit of ink still left in it. Um, really enjoying that color, the Sailor Ink Studio 530. And the Pelican has a little bit of ink left in it. I flogged this one to death for the first 2 weeks because I really wanted to get to know it and use it. This was actually a gift from pen friend Rob. And if you want to link to his channel, I actually put it in the last video. So, but I really want to put that pen through its paces and just really get to know it. And I've enjoyed writing with it. I understand it's more of a student pen, but it's got such a smooth nib on it. So that was really enjoyable to write with. And yeah, so now I've added these ones to my lineup. So really pleased with where it's at. We'll see what next week brings, hey? But for those of you, thank you so much for tuning in and watching today. Thank you to anyone who is a subscriber, who likes the video or gives me a thumbs up or leaves a comment. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. And I love interacting with you all. So until next time, take care and I'll see you back here. Bye.